I'm Alan Burnett.
Hi, Alan.
This is Bruce.
And I'm Bruce.
Bruce.
So,
And we've been working together since 1990.
90. 20 years, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
20 years.
And you've done some great stuff. You've done pretty much everything. You are. I don't want to sound too, I guess, hyperbolic, but I mean, really, when you think of...
It is just an awesome legacy.
Thank you. So, can we talk about the showcase collection?
Yes, please. That's what we're supposed to talk about.
It is. So we've had 2 of the showcase shorts been released, in conjunction with a DVD. And Green Arrow is going to be attached to Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. But now we've got this collection, which also has the Captain Marvel or Shazam short.
Yep.
Is that also going to be attached to a future release, or is it going to only appear as part of the collection?
This is the most important answer I will give to you today. For the fans out there who want, if they're enjoying the DC Showcase shorts and you want to see more DC Showcase shorts, you have to buy the Superman Shazam compilation in massive quantities, and that way we can afford to do more DC Showcase shorts, because the short answer to your question is that the Superman Shazam short will only be available on the compilation. It's actually, it kind of stretches the definition of the term short, because it's actually 20 minutes long, so it's extra length, and it will include extended versions of all 3 previously released shorts as well, like quote-unquote director's cuts. So it's a really good package. It's going to be an awesome package, and literally everything hinges on the sales of that one DVD. If it sells well, we'll do more. We've already got 3 scripts already in the works, with the 4th one planned.
Really?
So we're featuring new characters. So that's the thing. It's like, if you want to see more of these shorts, buy. And that's the hard sell. I know it's crass, but it's reality.
So do you see more the shorts as, sort of an introduction to these characters with the possibility of a second level, or is it just really fun to do these quick stories with a lot of characters that maybe the lesser initiated are not familiar with?
It's both. It's exactly both of those. Spectre, like for instance, characters like Spectre and Jonah Hex are far enough down the tiers of A-list characters that they'll probably never get a chance to do like a full-length Spectre movie. But this is a great format to do a character like the Spectre or Jonah Hex. And then Green Arrow, this is kind of a weird way of kind of doing a backdoor pilot for the Green Arrow, because several years ago, we had Tab Murphy write a Green Arrow script for us for a feature-length film, which economically the numbers didn't quite work out. We kind of said, well, maybe this is not, it doesn't have the sales potential as a Batman or a Superman feature. So we kind of thought, well, let's do a Green Arrow short, and hopefully the response will be, big enough that we can maybe, give Green Arrow a little bit more juice to, maybe somewhere down the road actually doing a feature-length script. So.
And the 10-minute short, the idea of doing 10-minute shorts, it gives us a chance to also do sort of a concentrated story.
Yeah.
And a character like Spectre, that would be a difficult number to do for 70 minutes because of the nature of his power. So they're shorts, but they're great.
Yeah.
Going back to the Superman Shazam, we 2 of the shorts are out, or I guess Jonah Hex comes out in a week. Green Arrow has already been teased. This is the first a lot of us are even hearing about the Superman Shazam. Can you tell us anything about, a hint of the plot, or who's cast in it?
It's not much of a spoiler, since the title is Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam.
Right.
So it's about the return of Black Adam, and that was kind of the thing that got us initially excited about doing Superman Shazam. Was like, well, hey, we've never really done Black Adam in animation before. So, and he's one of the currently like one of the big heavy hitters in the DC universe, and so that was kind of like great, it's our plot. And Captain Marvel's again one of those characters we've only rarely done him in animation. We did an episode of Justice League with him, and always liked the character. He's one of those characters. He's kind of tricky to do because you have to kind of honor the innocence of the character, and if you don't do it right, he can either come off as like kind of hopelessly naive or corny and old-fashioned to a modern audience. But if you darken him up too much, then suddenly he's not Captain Marvel anymore. So again, like the short, I thought format was like a perfect way to kind of introduce Billy Batson, introduce the Wizard Shazam and Captain Marvel, and do the Shazam transformation for the first time, and have a really kick-ass villain, and Superman's in there to back him up, and it just kind of all came together. It was just kind of a fun way to spend 20 minutes.
And we can't tell who's in it.
We can talk about who's in it. Would you like to do that, or do you want me to rely on me to do it? Because you have a notoriously bad memory for these things.
Except for one.
Who's that?
Shazam.
I know, that's my favorite.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
He plays the Wizard Shazam, not Captain Marvel.
Right.
James Garner.
Who?
James Garner.
Oh,
So that you can be sure I was at that recording.
that was James Garner.
Again, awesome to be able to work with somebody like James Garner, who we've been fans of his for like ever, and he shows up in his car that has the license plate Mavrock, which is like awesome, and he was just great, and he's perfect as the Wizard. I thought he was just awesome. I use that word a lot, but he's a bag full of awesome. And Superman is played by our old friend George Newbern, who I hadn't had a chance to work with him in several years, and I missed him. And he's great as Superman. And then we figured, well, we got George, then let's bring Jerry O'Connell back as Captain Marvel. So it's a little mini reunion there. So.
Okay. So how closely did you work with Jerry then? I mean, if you were able to bring him back, he's a great guy, right?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's also got a little bit of geek cred to him. He knows what he's talking about.
He does, absolutely. No, Jerry's he's a sweet guy, and he was when he came in to do his ADR, he was like all excited because he just got done doing some looping on Piranha 3D, and he was all charged up about it. And he was just bubbling. It's like, oh yeah, it's like I just saw the first time I've seen some of the footage from Piranha 3D. I think it's going to be really, really great. And he was like all excited. So yeah, he's a sweetie.
He's a genuine deal. I love it.
Yeah, he's a great guy.